Guys, obviously doing things a little bit different this year. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Brian Larson. I'm a sales rep here. We also have, excuse me, we also have Adam Holtman. He is our other sales rep here. So we're going to be doing a couple of the presentations for a few of the vendors that were not able to make it today. But just wanted to, welcome you guys to the 2020 virtual product show. I know things are a little bit different than years past where we've been able to actually have it here on site and be able to touch and feel all the different things. But we're hoping that we give you guys an opportunity to still see a lot of the new products and innovations that are out there, especially related to the COVID-19 that's been going on this year. So we're just going to kind of go through the different vendors, then they'll have the floor. Again, we'll come on, do a little bit of presentations, but hope you guys enjoy it. It should be about 2 hours. We've got it planned from noon to 2. And we're going to start it off with, I believe, Betco. Is that correct, Caroline? Okay, so your first presentation is going to be from Mark Streetmatter. He's our vendor rep with Betco Corporation. So we'll give the floor to him. Again, enjoy, and we'll see you guys soon.
Hello, everybody. I'm Mark Streetmatter with Betco. Today, I'm going to show you a video on our new Genesis scrubber. So it will go through all the features and all the different advantages to the Genesis scrubber. And in the interest of time, if you have any specific questions, or if you want to see a demonstration on the machine, if you could just direct that to Brian or Adam, and they can make arrangements. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the video, and it'll go through a demonstration on the machine, so it's as close as we can have to actually being able to do it live. Well, let's see here and get it to work.
Hello, and welcome to Betco's demonstration video for the new Genesis mid-size scrubber.
Okay.
And now assembled at Betco's Bowling Green, Ohio headquarters. Today, we'll show you the features.
Yeah, let me see here. I tried sharing my screen. It should have worked. Let's do it again. Can you see it now?
Yep, I can see it.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Hello, and welcome to Betco's demonstration video for the new Genesis mid-size scrubber line that have been designed, developed, and now assembled at Betco's Bowling Green, Ohio headquarters. Today, we'll show you the features, attributes, and technologies of the machine so that you can better understand the uniqueness of this new auto scrubber that is available in 26, 28, and 32-inch disc and 28-inch orbital scrub decks. It starts with the fact that Genesis mid-size scrubber will get your toughest jobs done faster and with less effort because it boasts best-in-class performance specifications combined with smart, problem-solving technologies. Technologies like SolidCAM, Touch Encoder with Efficiency IQ, and Fortify Asset Protection and Management Suite all contribute to improving even the best floor maintenance operations. SolidCAM technology reduces daily cleaning costs. Efficiency IQ maximizes operator productivity, and Fortify features and technologies lower cost of ownership and extend machine life. As we move through this demonstration of the new Genesis, we'll review and highlight the elements supporting that statement. Let's get started. The expertly designed and crafted nuances of the Genesis are best reviewed by subsystem. We will start with the solution system. The Genesis has a 25-gallon solution tank, which is top of class in the mid-size scrubber category. Filled from either the front or rear fill port, you can tell the solution tank is full by monitoring the solution sight tube and the fill level increments noted on the solution tank. This tube also acts as the drain hose in the event the operator needs to drain the solution tank at the end of their job. The Genesis solution system includes as standard the patent-pending SolidCAM technology, the world's first and only built-in chemical proportioning system to use solid chemicals. The solids are easily installed and and one solid makes 350 gallons of cleaning solution and is able to clean over 500,000 square feet. The water is pumped to the misting cartridge, where the water showers over the solid and picks up powerful cleaning chemical as it flows out of the chamber and flows towards the scrub deck. Available in proven Betco formulas, Solichem solids make chemical management simple and safe. Here are some key benefit facts of the Solichem system. Reduced storage with 79% smaller package size. Flexible, low-cost shipping due to being non-hazardous and weighing 88% less. Increased sustainability by reducing plastic waste by 98% and production water usage by 99%. Increased ease of use and safety with refill notification, easy installation, and elimination of splash incidents. From flexible, low-cost logistics and reduced storage requirements to the alleviation of hassles and safety issues related to measuring and mixing traditional liquid chemicals, Solichem is unmatched. Although Solichem benefits extend across many facets, there is nothing better than saving money, and Solichem saves you up to 80% on daily cleaning chemical costs. The annual savings really stack up, possibly paying you back for the machine. Solichem also makes switching between chemicals extremely easy and greatly reduces cost and waste to do so. With conventional mixed in-tank chemicals, the operator would need to empty the solution tank and refill the tank with the alternate chemical mixed in. With Solichem, there is only water in the tank, and the solid can easily be switched with a new cartridge installed. Of course, should you want to operate the machine with traditional cleaning chemicals, simply remove the Solichem solid, switch the Solichem off, mix the chemical in the tank, and operate the machine as normal. The next system to review is the scrubbing system. This includes all elements that combine to provide agitation to the floor, and the Genesis does it best with performance specifications beyond that of the competitors in its class. Starting with the motors, you'll see that the Genesis disc scrub head has dual 1 horsepower motors that run at 300 RPM. For reference, that is 33% more horsepower and 36% higher RPM than the leading competitor in this class. The motors themselves are impressive, but the Genesis combines them with the category's highest down pressure at up to 185 pounds and a true force down pressure mechanism. That is why we say, if the Genesis can't do the job, none in the mid-size category can. Additionally, we find a first Fortify feature with the scrub deck service panel, providing complete service access to the scrub deck, which reduces troubleshooting and service time and lower cost of ownership. This next disc scrub deck feature is a critical factor just prior to the recovery system, and that is the highly effective, self-adjusting scrub deck splash skirt. There is no requirement by the operator. The splash skirt follows the floor and contains the scrubbing solution within the scrub deck and ensures the squeegee assembly tracks and recovers all the water. As you can also see, the scrub decks have a very low profile and are designed to be able to clean under toe kicks found on retail shelves or school lockers. Finally, removing or installing pad drivers or brushes is made simple with the automatic on-off features. Operators no longer need to struggle or get on the floor to maintain the pad drivers. Simply press the button or squeeze the trigger and complete this process. In the end, the Genesis scrubbing system gives you peace of mind and the power needed to get the toughest jobs done faster. Once the Genesis has scrubbed the floor, an innovative recovery system follows to ensure clean, dry, and safe floors. The Genesis squeegee assembly is the first to utilize the patented Aeroflex squeegee, standard on every machine. The innovative air valve design opens and closes airways to ensure maximum across smooth, porous, and crowded tile floors. In fact, Aeroflex increases vacuum performance by up to 40%, making it the best squeegee on the market. This amazing recovery system is even further enhanced because the squeegee assembly picks up 100% of the water in 180-degree point turns and utilizes a large vacuum to recover the dirty water. The squeegee is also low profile so that it can recover water under toe kicks and other low obstacles. The large capacity 28-gallon recovery tank includes a debris tray and is designed with 2 Fortify vacuum protection features, the 3-gallon demisting chamber, and the industry's first ever proactive foam control system. Both of these features work to reduce, if not eliminate, the potential for foam ingestion and premature vacuum failures, which is currently one of the most common and costly service issues associated with scrubber ownership. Finally, the recovery system makes empty and clean out extremely simple and easy. The recovery tank drain hose is located above the machine's belt line, which positions the hose above traditional floor sinks. Additionally, the recovery tank lid fully opens and provides complete hose and wipe down cleanout capabilities to ensure a fresh, clean machine. The next area of the machine to review is the power and transport system. The Genesis is a battery-operated automatic scrubber with an onboard charger and long 9-foot core. Machine run time is key, and that's why Genesis harnesses the power of large 260 amp-hour wet batteries or 220 amp-hour AGM batteries, delivering up to 4.5 hours for disk machines and 5.5 hours for orbital units. These continuous duty runtimes give your floor maintenance team the ability to complete their daily cleaning and attack the toughest project work jobs as well. Also, wet lead acid batteries deliver the most power per dollar spent. However, they require watering maintenance, and this is often neglected, leading to premature battery failure, which is the #1 cost and nuisance issue for battery-operated cleaning equipment. Until now, Betco's new Genesis scrubber introduces the Fortify Wet Battery Protection System, a system that protects the batteries from being charged or operated with low water. This system will ensure batteries don't degrade prematurely due to low water and can save your operation from this very costly, unplanned expense. The system works by monitoring both battery voltage and battery water level. Since batteries should be watered after they are charged, the system checks for high voltage and then for low water. If both conditions are present, then the system will notify the operator and the scrubbing system will not operate. The operator simply fills the batteries with distilled water through the single-point watering system, resets the system by turning the key off and on, and the machine is ready to go and your batteries are protected. The Fortify Wet Battery Protection System is, by far, the most economical and effective system available on the market, making it a prudent and smart choice for you. When your machine can run this long, you need to have the structure and transport system to match. The Genesis has a steel-grade, thick, epoxy-coated steel frame that will last for years. Attached to this frame is a powerful sealed transaxle drive with high-traction, chemical-resistant urethane wheels that ensure work during even the most difficult projects. The machine is also supported with dual rear casters. The wheelbase design enhances maneuverability and makes operating the Genesis a pleasure each and every day. Which is where we finish: the Genesis handle and operating control system. First and foremost, operator comfort is key, and the Genesis multi-position ergonomic handle keeps the upper from discomfort and fatigue. The activation trigger spans the entire handle and allows operation. It houses the upper control panel, where the Genesis's key operating features are located for easy visibility and access. The Genesis machine can be configured with 2 different control types. The standard controls delivers rugged simplicity with a robust, large knurled aluminum knob with 4 scrub deck positions, the head-up transport position, and low, medium, and high down pressure scrubbing positions. The positions make it easy for the operator to choose based on the application. Low is the daily cleaning position. Medium is the deep scrub and finish removal position, while the high down pressure is meant for heavy-duty cleaning, chemical stripping, and orbital finish removal of old, hard finishes. The upper control panel also houses the battery gauge and hour meter, the speed control, which is conveniently located within thumb reach, and Solichem refill indicator light. The Genesis also combines the vacuum activation with lowering and raising the squeegee into operation or transport positions, and the squeegee lever is located high and in front of the operator, making activation simple and easy. The lower control panel includes other standard operating features, and it includes the key switch power on-off, the solution flow control with adjustment from 0 to 0.75 gallons per minute. On disk machines, the automatic on-off pad driver and brush button, and the circuit breakers that protect all the machine motors. If you're looking for an elegantly simple control system with advanced programming capabilities, the Genesis also offers the Touch Encoder with Efficiency IQ. The Touch Encoder is a tap, swipe, and rotate selection control technology that allows the operator to manually select machine settings like solution flow rate, down pressure settings, and top operating speed. Once selected, the operating system is then simply pressing go and stop, resulting in extreme ease of use and reduced training. But the capabilities don't stop there. There's a supervisor area where the supervisor can set up the cleaning settings and also set up an operation lockout code as well. This latter capability can protect against unauthorized and untrained use. The most advanced feature that comes with the touch encoder controls is Efficiency IQ, the world's first productivity program. Efficiency IQ removes the guesswork and ensures the machine operates at the most efficient, most productive settings for their facility. To enable Efficiency IQ, simply input the facility square footage and floor type, and the machine makes the proper selections. It makes sense to maximize productivity every day, and Efficiency IQ is the key to unlocking this, and only available on Betco new Genesis midsize scrubber. There remains a few key Fortify asset protection and management features we haven't covered at this point. The Genesis offers two asset management technologies. The first is a Bluetooth battery gauge and hour meter. This is great for an on-site supervisor that wants operating and battery information. They can see how long the machine has operated, how often the batteries are charged, and the health of the batteries overall through an app downloaded to their mobile device. The second Fortify asset management technology is called Armor Telemetry. This technology utilizes cellular technology to transmit key operating information that is then reported via the internet at a site called armordata.com. This is fantastic for operation managers of a cleaning contractor that have geographically separated sites to oversee and manage. From their desktop computer or their mobile device, they can access operational information of hundreds of machines. They can also run reports to analyze usage and ensure operations are operating as precisely as possible. Another Fortify feature is the programmable timer lockout. This is a feature for those operations that need to protect against unauthorized or untrained use, so that the machines are not damaged or poorly maintained. This system allows the supervisor to program when the machine can be operated, so that the proper floor technician is there to run the machine properly. The last Fortify asset protection feature is Betco's industry-leading 10-3-3 warranty. That means 10 years on rotationally molded parts, like tanks and lids, 3 years on all other parts and components, and 3 years on warranty labor, well beyond many leading competitors, which have reduced their labor warranty coverage recently. This kind of protection can greatly reduce your cost of ownership and definitely substantiates the rugged, durable construction of the Genesis midsize scrubber series. We greatly appreciate your time and attention. We hope you feel your investment was well worth it, since the Genesis offers you unmatched capabilities and combination of technologies that help you clean faster and with less effort. Your local Betco representative is ready to guide your next steps in researching or ordering your Genesis midsize scrubber configuration. You can also learn more about Genesis and its technologies by visiting betco.com.
Thanks, everyone. If you want to see a demonstration on the machine, just reach out to Brian or Adam and let them know, and we can arrange a time to bring it out to your facility. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you, Mark from Betco. Just wanted to, kind of make this a little bit more interactive. So anyone that is actually watching the show, if you have questions that you would like myself or Adam to answer, whether it be, after the Betco presentation, if you have a question on the Genesis machine, text my cell phone or shoot me an email, and we will try to answer those in between the presentation. So my cell phone is 563-528-0932. So you can text me there, or you can shoot me an email with your questions, which is BrianL, BRIANL, @greenwoodcs.com. So shoot me a text, shoot me an email. We'll try and answer those questions in between each presentation. And Caroline just let me know there actually is also a chat room. So that might actually be the easiest option. So any questions you have, shoot them over, and Adam or myself will try to get those answered during this time. So next up is actually going to be Adam. He's going to be doing a presentation on the Flex Wipes, which has been a very important piece that we have here during the COVID response. So I'll give the floor to Adam.
Thanks, Mr. Brian. Hi, everyone. Again, I'm Adam Holtman, salesman here for Greenwood Cleaning Systems. I'm going to be bringing you guys today the Flex Wipes, which is obviously one of the highest commodity items right now, given the COVID-19 pandemic. The Flex Wipe itself is actually made right here in the United States, which is wonderful. It is a multi-purpose wipe, so it not only is a disinfecting wipe, but it also is a heavy-duty cleaning wipe, and it is a deodorizing wipe all in one. So the fact that it is multi-purpose cuts down on the amount of materials you need to use and cuts down on the time of your cleaning. I did have a lady just tell me the other day that she used it to clean the ring in her bathtub, and that the Flex Wipe was the only thing that she could find that actually took the ring out, and she had been using multiple different products. So the Flex Wipe itself also is ammonia-free. It is free of bleach and it's free of phenols. So it is safe for your hands. It's safe to use on all non-porous hard surfaces. It also doesn't do any damage to like gym equipment. So for gym goers to use that on their treadmills, to use them on their ellipticals or free weights or machines, they can safely sanitize, clean, and disinfect those surfaces without leaving any residue or without doing any damage. The Flex Wipes themselves are 8 inches by 6 inches. So they're a decent sized wipe, which allows you to go further between having to dispose of them and pull out another wipe. The wipe itself also is made of a heavy duty material, so it's soft enough to do any sort of disinfectant wiping that you need to do, but also if you have a stubborn spot on a desk or on the wall or what have you, like the lady with the bathtub, you can use that to heavy duty scrub that, and it's not going to fall apart or break or fall into a million pieces. So the other uses for that wipe, a lot of people use in their office. So things for like your keyboard, your phone in your office, your calculator, your mouse, your cell phone. You can wipe all those down with the wipes to help you disinfect those as well. The average keyboard actually has more bacteria than a public toilet seat. So the fact that you could use that wipe to clean that up and keep your hands and your keyboard safe is wonderful. The wipes themselves, we sell them in 3 different containers. The very first one is the most common container that you would find like in a big box store or anything. There's 6 of these in a case, 75 wipes per container. So it gives you about 450 per case. They do have the standard little pop top, and then they just pull right out of there conveniently. You can rip one off at a time. And the cap does seal tightly to prevent that from drying out. The containers are also conveniently sized so you can store them in your desk or your office or even in your vehicle. The second option that we have are the buckets. So these you would normally find in like the gym or fitness facility where you'd be able to pull them out and use them on the equipment. Now we do have metal stands available for these for sale that you can place throughout your fitness facility or wherever it's going to be most convenient. The top of the bucket does have a small hole in the middle that you'll be able to pull the wipes from. And when pulling them on an angle, they are perforated, so they do tear off one at a time so you don't waste any. There also is a plastic cap that goes back on there, so after people use them, they can put the cap back on, prevent them from drying out. These come 2 in a pack, so 1,600 wipes total. The last item that we have available are the refill wipes. So these come 4 in a case, 800 wipes each, so 3,200 wipes. To give you an idea, that's a little over 7 cases of these. Now, these were originally designed and fit perfectly into those buckets that I had just mentioned for easy refill. But given the high demand of Flex Wipes that we've had recently, people, instead of buying those individual containers, have been buying refill cases. What they've been doing is just opening one of these. Since they're vacuum sealed, they're not going to dry out. So they just take one, open it up, take off as many wipes as they need to keep filling up the individuals. And once those are done, they take the rest of them and sort them out into like Ziploc bags. And you can place them in different offices or desks or what have you. And the Ziploc bags will help keep them fresh. Plus, they're easy to grab out and use as needed on your office or phone or what have you. And that is about all the information I have on the Flex Wipes. Oh, that's not it. We also, so they start killing bacteria on contact, and they kill 99.9% of all bacteria within the first 15 seconds. They do kill things like MRSA, E. coli, hepatitis B, hepatitis C, herpes. Most importantly, COVID. Yep, there's a 4-minute kill claim for the COVID as well. So, like Brian had said, if you guys have any questions, feel free to mention them in the comments, or you can text Brian. You can call us here at the office, or you can find more information on our website at greenwoodcs.com. Oh, and Patrick, wonderful. Patrick from Kivak is up next. So I'm sure he's going to have a lot of wonderful things to say about the Kivak brand. So thank you very
Hold
much.
on.
Oh, we have a question?
So Joe Wright at Benton Schools asked if the flex wipes are all the same size. So in the 800 count
Yes.
versus the small container.
Yep.
Are the wipes the same size? Are the big containers bigger?
Nope. All the wipes are 8 inches by 6 inches.
No
And
matter
so
the pack.
as they're wrapped up, obviously that whole roll looks a lot bigger, but no, they are all 8 inches by 6 inches.
Hey,
Any other
guys.
questions? I don't think so. We're good? Hey, look, it's Patrick.
Well, hey guys, I'm very grateful to be with you all today. And I want to just first off, just take a second to thank you all for your time and your attention here today. I also wanted to take a second to just thank Greenwood Cleaning Systems. What you guys have done, I know the amount of effort that has gone into this event. I know the time and attention that it takes to put something like this together. So for that, I just want to thank you guys very much for all the innovative solutions that you're striving to bring to your customers. I always appreciate distributors that do that. And what we're going to talk to you guys about here today is basically just the principles of how cleaning in a crisis directly applies to cleaning for health on an everyday basis. And what we know, and I should say, if you're asking yourself, who is Kivak? What we are is a distributor that's consistently focused on bringing products to this industry that promote healthy outcomes. Every single one of our solutions are focused on maximum soil removal. And we know this because we vet every single thing that we bring to the market with things like ATP testing, bacterial cultural swabs, to make sure that we're introducing science-based cleaning systems to this industry. Ultimately, our goal is to raise the value of cleaning operations and the professionalism of the worker. And for Kivak, for the last, 20 to 25 years, we've been preaching that custodians are truly on the front line of defense in this fight. You know, if you think about it, they're almost in line with the healthcare community. And for the custodians that are in the audience, I just want to take a second to thank you as well. What you do matters. It's critically important. And I think our society is being awoken to that fact, if that's a word. So again, thank you very much for your time that you've been putting into these buildings that people, if you think about it, have been literally running out of for the last months, but custodians and sanitation workers have been running into those buildings. And the amount of courage and bravery and just the integrity that we've seen from the sanitation industry, I think goes above and beyond. So for this fight, we need to understand that when we're in an invisible war, we need to have technology to be able to help us fight this situation. We can't just rely on things like sticks with rags on the end. What science is revealing to us more and more, what data is revealing to us, is that process truly matters. And what ISSA has deemed is that clean is the absence of unwanted soils. That's the definition of clean. And cleaning is the removal of that unwanted matter. So for us, we have to look into our processes that we're doing right now and figure out what products are we using that are spreading, and we need to transition to products that are removing. We know that not all processes are created the same. If you think about Kivak, we've been preaching process trumps chemical for many, many years because of the fact that we were registered as an EPA registered sanitizing device, meaning that we could remove 99.9% of the targeted germs and microorganisms in soil from a surface with just water alone and our machine. But in this day and age, when we're in COVID-19 world, we have to incorporate disinfection into our process. 99% is not 99.9% isn't good enough when we're talking about some of these critical areas inside of our building that germs spread from. So what we utilize is a system called high flow fluid extraction because people matter. I mean, if you think about it, that's kind of an obvious statement, but there are solutions in our industry that are 6,000% more effective than traditional methods. I put this picture in the background here that you can see a guy down on his hands and knees, more or less getting ready to hug a toilet bowl to clean the back side of it. And I've cleaned several toilets in my life, more than I'd like to admit. And it's what I know is that it's a tough job. The soils are stubborn, they're gross, and it's difficult work. So what Kaivac can do with certain processes throughout your building is protect your workers from the exposure of contaminated surfaces as well as chemicals. We can reduce the possibilities of cross-contamination. We can inspire worker ergonomics, excuse me, we can empower the custodian through worker-inspired ergonomics, and we can protect the building occupants by creating a clean and safe environment, further reducing their risk and further helping the matter of stopping the spread of this virus. How do we know that these systems that we're bringing to the market are 6,000% more effective or 60 times more effective? Well, we look to science at Kaivac. I want you guys to know there is measurement technology available to our industry, and what gets measured gets done. So we don't have to guess which areas inside of our buildings are the hot spots, because at the end of the day, we need to know what we're doing is the right steps. We need to identify the effectiveness of our cleaning programs and the processes that we're using. We need to identify those hot spots, like I said, inside of our building and make sure that we're doing the right steps to eliminate that bioload from those surfaces. And ATP is that truth detector that we can use. For us at Kaivac, we love it because it allows us to validate our results, our cleaning results. If you think about it, what we do in our demonstrations is we actually use this ATP meter system. It's a handheld device, and we do a pre-swab of the area. We clean that area, and then we do a post-swab of the area just to validate right there in front of the customer within seconds that we're able to remove 6,000% more soil than what traditional tools like mops and rags and wipers can do for us inside of those areas. And this is a commonly known fact, but it needs to be reiterated. Effective cleaning is the first line of defense against infectious disease. We can put certain steps into our processes to make sure that we're mitigating our risk on a daily basis and control what we can control. So what is high flow fluid extraction? What does that look like in reality? Well, for no-touch cleaning systems, it is a tool that allows you with two hoses, a vac hose and a pressure hose, to be able to inject chemical onto a surface, pressure wash that surface with 500 PSI, and then remove all that dirt, most importantly, from the facility. It goes right into our dirty water tanks, and we put it right back into the sewer system where the dirt and debris belong. We don't have to spread it around from place to place, and we certainly can restore those areas back to a healthy environment. Now, if you think about it, it's a three-step process, but you have 20 different applications that you can use this system for throughout your entire building. Just a couple things that come to mind, obviously restrooms, carpet can be, a carpet wand can be attached to this system, and it turns it into a 500 PSI box and wand extractor. We can do stairs with this system. We can do windows with this system. We can even do stripping applications with this system. And I myself have not done a stripping job once without the system to help me out because it's so effective on that process. So let me show you guys real quick what this actually looks like. So guys, for us at Kaivac, we are truly on a mission to stop the mop. That is our ultimate goal. We want to remove it from every building in America, because what we know is that, and not only what we know, but scientific evidence as well as visual evidence shows us that the mop is a spreading device. It is a poor soil remover, and it's painfully time consuming to use. If you think about it, at 4,000 square foot an hour, not per me, per ISSA, we can increase our cleaning performance by upwards of 5 times. And this is just a bare minimum number right here that we put on. It's actually closer to about 30 to 32,000 square foot an hour. We have certain custodians that use this system inside of their gyms to be able to clean a gym floor. And I've seen them, because they don't need to pre-sweep, because there's no scrub deck, and they're able to remove 99.9% of the targeted soils on a surface. They're able to get that gym floor done in basically about 20 to 25 minutes, less in certain circumstances. And when you add a wand to this style of system right here, it allows you to not only do things like entryway cleaning, hallway cleaning, wide area cleaning, but it also allows you to do things like spill response, or get in and around workout equipment, get into tough nooks and crannies that maybe we can't get to, eliminating the need for spot mopping or anything of that nature. So guys, if we're going to be tasked with needing to have more time to focus on critical touch point cleaning or disinfecting throughout our facilities, we have to look at our processes and see what's the ineffective and labor draining problems that are taking up all of the time that we're using. And if there are solutions out there that maybe, if there are solutions out there that we can incorporate in our practices to raise our level of cleanliness, we need to be able to adjust and take a look at some of those systems inside of facilities. Again, 60 times more effective than a mop and bucket. So what you can think of is maybe in some of those restrooms that potentially aren't commercial grade, if you will, where there's drywall behind the bathroom, we can use this style system to go in and effectively clean those floors and remove all the source of the odor, the source of the problem, which is the tile and grout as well. So this can be an extremely effective tool for you guys to incorporate throughout your building. But again, if we go back to those restrooms that maybe are drywall behind some of those fixtures, there are solutions out there that we can use that still focus on maximum soil removal. Kaivac is an extremely unique offering on the microfiber market. And the reason why is because we have a quadranted system on our towels, meaning it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the backside, which allows us to properly train people on how to fold the towels into sections, ensuring that they're not going to be wadding it up into a ball and cleaning those surfaces. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I was never trained on how to use a microfiber. But once I was trained on how to use a microfiber and fold it into quadrants, I kept forgetting on which side I'd previously used already. Maybe I folded it once, but on the second fold or the third fold, I could be potentially using the same side that I've already used before. So this allows us to, without a doubt, understand which sides have been used before. And it also makes it a very easy training process for people. So if there are building occupants that are going to be tasked with cleaning, I can think of like employees cleaning their own desks, or potentially school teachers cleaning the desks, maybe bus drivers cleaning the seats or the handrails. We can give them tools to make it extremely easy to train, easy for them to use it effectively, to make sure that they're further reducing their risk of cross-contamination. So for the customers that want to completely eliminate cross-contamination, there are ways to incorporate high flow fluid extraction into tabletop cleaning, horizontal surface cleaning, vertical surface cleaning like partitions and things of that nature, which incorporates a squeegee. We call it the KaiFly, and this has been out for many years, and it's been proven scientifically. Again, it's been certified by the EPA that it's a sanitizing device with just water alone doing this process. But in a COVID-19 world, water alone isn't enough. We need to make sure that we have disinfectants inside of our systems so that we can properly kill those areas. Not to mention, it's 25% faster than cleaning with a normal spray and wipe method, and you're incorporating that crucial element of removal. Again, it's easy to use, it's easy to train, and it's very effective inside of a cleaning process. And it's been proven to actually reduce absenteeism inside of school buildings for people that use it on desks. So just a couple words about our disinfectant. We do have a hospital grade cleaning disinfectant, meaning it's going to do 2 steps at once to further reduce time spent and labor dollars. It's EPA registered. It's on the N list, which means it's effective at killing COVID-19. It's available in the gallon jugs as well as the proportion packs. And there is, for customers that purchase these 4-gallon case, master case of Kibosh, we also sell a portable dispensing unit, which allows us to essentially hook the system right up to a water spout, and then turn 4 gallons of 4 gallons of concentrate into 256 gallons of ready to use product. Again, further reducing our dollars spent to be able to maximize our budgets. So I'm going to challenge the administrators in the area, the business owners in the area, the directors of facilities. I want to present a challenge to you guys. Get your teams together. Create the plan that you need now so that when the person that has COVID-19 comes into our building and we find out about this, we have an actionable step-by-step process that we can put into place. Ask your team, ask your custodial staff those tough questions to be able to prioritize where you need to make your improvement programs at. Ask them the questions to understand where their challenges are. They'll reveal the needs that they have inside of their facility. Because at the end of the day, guys, the custodial budget has been considered, it's almost turned into a commodity. Cleaning has turned into a commodity where the custodial budgets get smaller and smaller each year. But in this day and age, I think our society is waking up to the fact that cleaning and effective cleaning is crucially important, and it impacts human health. It goes without saying. And what I would, again, challenge you administrators, business owners, directors of facilities, is let your staff see that you're fighting for them to get the funding that they need for the challenge that we're all up against. Because at the end of the day, restoring public trust is up to us, guys. We're at an intersection right now of change and same old, same old. And what we do right now is going to truly matter in the long run. How we instill public trust is going to be crucial in the next coming months here, because there's going to be parents that are nervous about sending their kids back to school. There's going to be people that are nervous about going back to college. If you think about it, guys, or if you to make it personal, I myself am not necessarily eager to take my young family to the zoo. I don't know the hygiene levels of the guy that's sitting next to me at the food court, or the guy who walks out of the restroom without washing his hands. I believe it or not, I guess that still happens today. But we can control what we can control. And what I mean by that is we can raise the bar on our cleaning procedures for effective solutions that are going to remove dirt from the facility versus spreading it around. So again, we can reinstill that public trust. We can create these safe environments. And I really, guys, just want to thank you for your time and your attention. As the gentleman before me said, if you guys need to see demonstrations of these systems in action, call Brian, call Adam, call Dave. They are one of the best distributors that we work with. And I guarantee you, they can give you guys some really good information on how other customers are using this to be successful inside of their buildings as well. Because at the end of the day, we need to find solutions that are faster, more effective, and more ergonomic for our people to use in this COVID-19 world. And without further ado, I'll pass it back over to you guys.
All right, thank you, Patrick. Next up, we're going to have Par Ricketts with Nuance. Again, any questions for Adam, myself, Dave on the Kaivac that was just presented, or the KaiFly, or any of those, please message us, whether through the chat room, my cell phone, or the email. So right now, again, we will have Par Ricketts.
Hello, everybody. I want to echo what Patrick said. I really appreciate the opportunity being in front of you and to work with Greenwood today on putting together a virtual trade show. I would want to applaud anybody who is taking the time to gather more information, especially during these times. Let me share my screen here quickly. For those that may have seen me in a previous seminar at Greenwood or elsewhere, I am Par Ricketts and I'm a recovering soil spreader. What that means is that, and I'm not proud of this, but for the better part of my career in the industry, the cleaning industry, I was using a tool or tools that spread rather than clean. That's me pictured using a single cavity bucket and a cotton string mop just prior to my starting my or beginning my recovery. That's right at the very end. And Patrick made mention of getting rid of the bucket. There are plenty of options out in our industry to clean hard floor surfaces, both on the floor as well as lateral desktops, etc. Kybak is an excellent choice for doing some deep cleaning, and microfiber and microfiber systems are yet another choice. The beauty of this trade show and the beauty of our industry is that you have choices to match your culture, to match your budget. And I happen to be in charge of a brand from Nuance Solutions called New Fiber, where we're specialists in microfiber cleaning systems. We have mopping systems that actually clean. So not single cavity mop buckets using cotton and cotton blended material, but rather multiple systems, again, giving the industry and giving you choices on handling the cleaning and the spot mopping of floors. So whether it's light to medium soil, where maneuverability and ergonomics are real important, we've got pocket mops or Velcro, first generation Velcro, but we prefer pocket mops in a pre-treat system. We also offer, for those that want to use traditional buckets or don't have the ability to do laundry, we have divided bucket systems with tab mops. Still a flat mop, still maneuverable, but a system that enables you to get in and around, whether it's desks or partitions or whatever tight areas you're trying to navigate. We have systems for that. And last but not least, we have bucket systems that are a little bit larger capacity, double bucket trolley systems using microfiber tube mops. And those are typically reserved for heavier soil, larger area, spills and accidents, and large opportunities or large challenges like that. So we give the choices because, again, everybody's situation, everybody's budget's a little bit different, and we want to give you those options. During or towards the end of this presentation, because of COVID, we are accelerating, or we have seen a big uprise or uptick in the use of yet another type of microfiber cleaning. And that is tools that are more disposable in nature, so that you don't have to certainly launder and don't even want to maybe hand wash at the sink. I'll demonstrate, or I'll show at the end of the presentation, that we have a full line of disposable pads, cloths, mops, etc. So, you know, the presenters prior to me have certainly done a good job of talking about today's challenges post-pandemic. I wanted to just put some facts out in front of the audience here, just to consider as we move forward. CDC back in April, when everybody began to be asking for direction on handling touch or critical touch points, CDC came out and reaffirmed what they've said all along, which is cleaning and disinfecting services is a two-step process. If you want to do it the very best, you want to clean the gross bioburden, the gross soils and debris that's on the surface prior to using a COVID approved disinfectant. And that will help reduce the exposure. CDC on their website says that cleaning with soap and water removes dirt, germs, impurities from surfaces, and that lowers the risk. But after you lower the risk, disinfecting by killing the germs on the surface with a disinfectant helps reduce the spread of the infection. Many ways of doing that. Microfiber has been around for 30 years, yet sadly, it's still not utilized nearly as much as I believe it should be. But you know, it's inconclusive. I'm sorry, it's conclusive. It's to anybody in the cleaning industry now. This is no longer a debate. Microfiber, when tested, it will remove up to 98% of bacteria and viruses from the surface using only water and microfiber. You add the proper chemical to that, and now we're at nearly, if not 100%. You compare that to traditional cotton fibers, and I mean traditional cotton mops, rags, and other tools made of cotton or cotton blended material. We only remove 30% of the bacteria and 23% of the viruses. So, you know, obviously, if you want to do the very best job during and post pandemic, the combination that we endorse is, of course, using the proper chemical, but using microfiber technology to assist in that. There's many ways as we head into this, and I'm going to mention, I'm an optimistic guy, and as I mentioned before, I've been a recovering soil spreader for the better part of 9 years, and people have asked me about the times that we live in now, and I look at it optimistically from this standpoint. I have seen an unbelievable amount of attention given to just general cleaning and disinfecting like never before. I've talked to school systems and other end users who in the past, for whatever reason, have not been eager to or have not dedicated themselves to transitioning to better methods, better tools, better processes. Now, I hate to say it, but in most cases, they're not going to have a choice and because they're going to be getting pressure, or they're going to be asked to be accountable to making sure that they are improving the processes and the products that they're utilizing, because we want to make sure that the students, the faculty, the residents, the office workers, whatever building you're in, all the inhabitants, all the visitors are going to demand that the environment is safe and healthy, and that falls back on the shoulders of the people in charge of the buildings, the maintenance supervisors, or those folks that are in a power position in terms of maintaining and being accountable for the cleaning and the disinfection in those buildings. So the good news is, again, microfiber is the best solution out there for handling touch point surfaces. And in most cases, whether it's floors or certainly above the floor, we've had tools all along that will enable you to do the job faster and also much more ergonomic, so that you can do it quicker and you don't, your arms, your backs, and your bodies don't hurt when you go home at night after performing those functions. So rest assured, we have already seen an uptick in trowels and in wall wash frames and these pads that fit those tools, so that you can, again, quickly and efficiently address those surfaces, whether it's partitions, desktops, whiteboards, smart boards, mirrors, glass doors. There's going to be a microfiber soft good and a microfiber tool to enable you to do that job effectively and quickly. Because there's such an emphasis on cleaning, it's a renewed emphasis. People that have not, put that as a high priority in the past, certainly are required to give great attention to it, not only the process, but the frequency. So there's many facilities now that are looking at doing some spot mopping during the day or during regular hours. And instead of pulling out a bucket system, a double or divided bucket, or even using a flat mop system like our pre-treat system, probably the quickest way of doing it is with the spray mops that we have in the new fiber line. We offer 2 SKUs of this new spray mop. They are going to be a pocket version with a pocket mop and a pocket frame with longer loop fibers to get into grout and get into low spots on the floor. And we offer it in, for a little bit less money, in a first generation Velcro frame and a short nap Velcro mop. Both use the same hardware, which is the stick shown on the screen with a 32-ounce bottle. And what's unique about this system out there, because there are many out on the market, but our dispensing mechanism at the top of the handle to get the chemical out onto the floor is the most ergonomic and the most reliable. And instead of putting one stream out in front of the mop that you might have to work around a little bit to get the entire mop damp, our stream is still gravity fed, but it's actually 3 streams. So you're having a stream that goes to the left of the mop or out in front of the mop, to the right, and one in the middle. The beauty of that is you don't have to pre-wet the mop because you can immediately start cleaning since the spray pattern matches the width of the mop. So again, even for the non-professional, this is very similar. It's very intuitive, similar to even ones that someone might have used at home. This is a commercial model or a commercial version of that. So very durable and a very useful tool during these times. I'd be remiss if I didn't say we make disposable mops to be able to go with this system. So whether it's a disposable pocket mop or a disposable Velcro mop, if you want to throw away after each use to make it even more sanitary, absolutely that's an option with this system. There are certainly wipes, disinfectant wipes that are available to handle the concern about critical touch point cleaning. My experience is oftentimes, whether it's for home use or even commercial use, they're hard to find. They've been scarce, and industry word is that it might continue to be scarce for a while. Always as an option is a microfiber on it, and a disposable microfiber again, if you care to do that. We offer disposable microfiber in a multitude of delivery systems. We even have a kit that is combined with a cleaner, a bucket, 100 disposable cloths, 8x10, and a disinfectant, COVID approved, so that you can do that 2-step cleaning and using disposable wipes or disposable cloths so that they get tossed every use. Here's another delivery system, a pop-up box. And we say on the top line there, these are disposable because they are more or less a disposable price point, but these are 180 gram microfiber that I myself have laundered 10, 15, 20 times, and they hang in there. So I want to make sure that we don't dismiss this necessarily as always having to be disposable. It can be disposable, but certainly has the quality and the capability of being a reusable option. The difference here is when you compare this to non-woven, thinner wipes out on the market, this again is microfiber. You're going to pick up way more dirt, dust, debris, bacteria, and viruses than you would with any other type of material. So again, if you have interest in anything microfiber, please consider the nuance and the new fiber line. Brian, Adam, and David are all well versed, have access to demo gear, and I'm happy to also help and go out and show any system or any products that you may be interested in. For many of you, it may be a new concept that of hearing about disposable microfiber. Rest assured, again, we have flat mops, we have 10-inch pads that can go on the end of our hand trowels or wall wash frames. We even have a disposable string mop. So we've got it covered every which way with a disposable line and or a launderable quality line of microfiber, so that we can help guide you to whatever solution makes best sense for you, your capabilities, and your system. So please forward any questions that you may have. I'll avail myself to answer. And I want to thank Greenwood again for giving us this opportunity and putting this virtual trade show together. I applaud you and thank you for the opportunity.
Hello? There we go. All right, thank you, Par. And actually for the next presentation, it's actually going to be me. I'm going to be highlighting the Genasan line. They were unfortunately not able to make it today for the show. So I'm going to try and kind of stay out of the screen, because what I'm going to be covering is our Victory electrostatic sprayer and backpack vac. Obviously been a very popular item with everything going on right now. Currently they are unavailable, but we have been told that we're being told August, September for them to come into stock. So we're hoping by that time we'll be able to get these out to our customers who have ordered them. But for the time being, if you don't have them, we're going to go over kind of the different sizes that we have, as well as the chemical that we recommend you use in these. So the first one, I don't know if you guys can see it behind me. We actually have the handheld sprayer. It's got a 1 liter tank. It's very lightweight. It's like 4 pounds without the chemical in it. It's just under 6 pounds with the chemical in it. Actually has 3 different settings on how much chemical you disperse. So you kind of have a low, medium, high setting. And you can get roughly about 1,700 square feet to 2,800 square feet per tank, depending on if you're using the light duty or using the heavy. So again, 1,700 square feet to 2,800 square feet. It's great for offices, doctor's offices, that sort of thing, smaller areas, classrooms, desks, really in the school districts. This has been very popular, but it is a little bit smaller. So with the 1 liter tank, your run time on the low setting, you'll run out of chemical about every 11 minutes. And if you have it set up on the high setting, you're going to run through an entire liter in about 3.5 minutes. So again, it's great to be using in kind of smaller areas, but you're going to have to continue filling up that tank more frequently using the small machine. So with that, we actually also have another option that hasn't been discussed near as much, but we have the Victory backpack sprayer. So instead of a 1 liter tank, you're now looking at a 2¼ gallons. Weight-wise, it's 10 pounds, so it's very lightweight. And then when it has the chemical in it, it's about 28, 29 pounds. So fits on your back, very nice design on this. And again, it has the same exact settings on the low, medium, and high. But the difference is, you know, you're going from 1,700 square feet to 2,800 square feet with the small handheld, to this where you're getting 13,000 square feet to 23,000 square feet on one tank. So obviously you're going to be filling up a lot less. You're going to be able to do a lot more square footage, just taking some of that time out of there. So Obviously, if you have larger facilities, really recommending this for schools, large warehouses where you're trying to sanitize or disinfect all of your different stations. This large backpack sprayer is probably going to be a little bit better use for that. We weren't able to get that for a while, so that's why we've kind of been focusing on the handheld, but the backpack is a very great tool to use if you have a lot more use of square footage. So those are the two options that we have on the sprayers. And then I know we get a lot of questions, myself, Adam, Dave, have gotten a lot of questions on what should we be using in this chemical sprayer? Can I use, the Betco products that we use? Can I use, different disinfectants that have the COVID kill claim? And the main thing that we try to stress with everybody is, yes, you can. So such as our Quadstat 5, our pH7Q dual, you can run these chemicals through the electrostatic sprayer. The only thing that we tell people is that it will not leave a residual behind. So what that means, if we have COVID here on the countertop, I spray it down with the Quadstat, the pH7Q dual, let it dwell, I wipe it up, it kills it. Problem is it won't leave a residual behind like the product that we're recommending with the gun. So it does a great job if you're using it to actually kill and clean and remove the virus. But what we've actually come across and have been recommending is using the BioProtect. Reason being is, again, that it does leave a residual behind. So when using this chemical, the science behind it essentially is that when it is sprayed down on the surface, it creates a positive charge, and then it attracts the negative charged molecules so that when it actually lands on the surface, that bacteria, that molecule will actually be killed on contact. So with the BioProtect, it will leave a residual on your surface for up to 90 days. Now, that number is kind of, I tend to say up to 30 days, but 90 days is on areas that are not, I would say, high touch points. So obviously your computer desk, your keyboard, stuff that you're touching every single day, it's not going to get that 90-day. But a lot of surfaces that are not being touched near as frequently, that will leave a residual behind for up to 90 days. So again, using our Betco products is fine. It does a great job of killing the coronavirus kill claim, but it just does not leave anything behind to protect the surfaces when we're done. So great for classrooms, schools. Obviously, have a lot of customers in the school industry. So if you're protecting these surfaces, so when kids come in and out, they're going to touch things, they're going to leave bacteria on the surfaces. So we want a product that we can spray down and actually protect the surface more than just actually killing it right away. So the BioProtect 500 is a product that we carry and have in stock. Again, the guns and the backpack sprayer, we are looking to have in hopefully August or September. So that's obviously a tentative date. So as things change, we'll let you know. But those are the products that I wanted to present at Genasan. So we are now going to give the floor to Mark Herman, I believe, at IPC. So any questions on the Victory sprayers, obviously get in touch with us. Any questions you have, please feel free to let us know during this so that we can answer them while we're here. So
we have a question.
Okay.
Can we use both BioProtect and a disinfectant at the same time?
Yes. So in that instance, with the using a Quadstat or a pH7Q does a great job. It kills the coronavirus, and then from that point we can use the BioProtect if you want then to put down and actually protect the surfaces for that longer period of time. So yes, you absolutely can use both the disinfectant and the BioProtect, and we've actually had a lot of customers that do that. So use that Betco product, kill it, use the BioProtect to then protect the surface. It was so weird, but then we had a really good special deal for May, which I didn't. We did really well. So it's I'd say it's probably like 70% back. Yeah. Well, hopefully it keeps going and we can keep.
Oh, hold on a second. Shit. All right. Am I on?
You're on. We can see you.
All right. Sorry, your IPC rep wasn't paying attention. It's my fault. So thank you guys for coming in to do this meeting. Obviously, we'd love to be in person, but you know, we like to get out there and demo equipment. You've seen us at the past shows before, so you're probably familiar with myself, minus some of my hair. So what I want to do is basically go over just some of the top products that we sell a lot of in general, and as well through Greenwood. We'll show a few videos. You know, a lot of this stuff can be used for reopening, you know, post-COVID, whether it's with a scrubber, sweeper, and window cleaning. So we're going to go over some compact scrubber, the CT51, which is one of our newer series that we actually did have at last year's show. We were kind of launching that. We've had a lot of success with Brian and some others selling those. We'll talk about the Smart Vac, and then we'll finish up with some window cleaning and how we can get you guys to cut your costs and clean safely from the ground for any of you that have glass to clean, and a lot of new schools construction, new building construction in general. The HydroTube pure water cleaning systems would be ideal. So let's see here. I'll do a share screen. All right. So here's the CT15. So this is actually one of our most popular units that we have in our line, period. It's our compact scrubber. It's a 14-inch, and there's other models like this out there, but you know, we still kind of lead the market in the small equipment arena, especially for scrubbers. It's built very well, and that's kind of what it comes down to. There's a lot of small piece of equipment out there that may have some extra bells and whistles, but the CT15 holds up, and it's built very well. It's priced right, and it's extremely simple to operate, and it's got the maneuverable handle there. So on this one, we chose to have a rotary disc. So that gives you a lot of flexibility to clean all different types of surfaces. You know, when you're dealing with some of the smaller ones that are cylindrical or a roller brush, they're just generally sloppier, just the way that water kind of is shower fed through the top. When you make turns, the water can kind of pool around. So with the disc, we can run a nice nylon bristle brush like that. We actually have 3 different types. You can do, you know, all different types of, you know, polished concrete, ceramic tile, quarry tile, tile and grout. You can kind of see some of the different surfaces that we're able to clean with that. Even, you know, piling onto being able to clean more effectively with microfiber, you can't do that with cylindrical. So with the CT15 and then all of our scrubbers, we actually sell the perfect size microfiber pads that you can throw on the bottom of these small scrubbers. So if you want to get, you know, better cleaning efficacy when you're talking about bacteria and virus cleaning for your floors, which have been proven to be able to carry COVID, you know, you can throw microfiber on there and reuse those hundreds of times. So very flexible unit, all kinds of applications for, you know, education, hospitality, you know, bathrooms, locker rooms, small classrooms, anywhere where, you know, you don't want a really chintzy scrubber, or maybe you don't want to mop, especially at this point with spreading the dirt and spreading different types of bacteria and viruses. You know, this is where a nice little scrubber will complement riders and some of the bigger walk behind scrubbers. So again, really nice unit. Greenwood usually has them in stock. We've sold tons of these over the years. So again, if something you want to see a demonstration on this and anything else that I'll talk about, you know, get a hold of your rep or get a hold of myself. So going to a little bit larger units, we've got the CT51s. So again, we had them last year, and I brought a few different heads with me last year. And this is kind of what makes these so unique, is the 51 is basically a body. And depending on what machine you order, you know, our guys up in Minnesota in the factory will install one of these different heads. So you can have that same body with a 20-inch single disc. You can go with this picture here. Here's your one brush version. We can install a dual brush version for 24 or 28-inch. We even have a roller cylindrical. So if you're in a, you know, light industrial application, maybe you have some incidental debris, pallet chips, that kind of stuff, the cylindrical will be good for that. And then we also just launched the orbital head as well. So if you're already familiar with the scrubber, maybe you have one, there's no additional cross training. They all operate the same. We just put a different head on the front of it. So one of the advantages with the orbital version, at least with ours, is that you can interchange the heads. So, you know, in the past, you buy an orbital, you're stuck with it. You know, you have an oscillating head. how often are you actually scrubbing, recoating your floors? Maybe once a year, maybe once a quarter, let's say at the most. And then you're stuck scrubbing with that type of head every day, which may or may not be ideal. And when we're using a disc, again, we can use, buffing pads, diamond pads, microfiber pads, and you can scrub every day. And that's going to prolong the life and shine of your floor finish. And then when you're trying to do a scrub and recoat, Greenwood's got an awesome service center there. Joe can take this machine, put on the orbital head for that, whatever it is, maybe that month or those couple weeks. You buy the component head and you can swap it right back out to a disc. So it gives you a lot of flexibility, a lot of different applications for that. And this is just kind of an overview of all. You guys can see all the different types of heads. So, and with Greenwood, we've sold, I think, all of them except the orbital because it was kind of brand new, and we launched it at a pretty unopportune time when everybody was shut down. So again, if that's something that you guys want to see demonstrations on, certainly get a hold of myself. We've got, all these units available for demonstrating here. So, and then just kind of gives you an overview again of all the different heads. Completely interchangeable. If you're going from a single disc to a double disc, it literally takes 15 seconds to slide out those heads. If you're changing it from a disc to an orbital, it might take, somebody like Joe in their service department, 20 minutes to change that out. So it is something that some end users can do. If you're not comfortable, we can have a PM call with Joe and get you guys squared away with that. And then obviously we have lots of different equipment for bigger scrubbers. One of the things you definitely want to talk about is the Smart Vac. So this is one of the machines that we've had a lot of success with over the years. We used to private label this for some of our competitors. So maybe you've seen this in different shades of green and blue. And it's been around as the #1 selling wide area vacuum for 10, 15 years. So it's whisper quiet. It is a vacuum, so it's got excellent filtration. You've got that handle that can kind of fold down. It gives you a little bit more flexibility. And it has a bagless hopper and filter in the back. So you're going to be filtering down to a couple of microns. And this has the ability, we call them vacuum sweepers, because it can pick up both the fine and the heavier particulate. So if you've got maybe an entrance area, you've got rock salt, sand. I mean, Brian, Dave can attest, we've done demos and picked up, just pounds of sand on a carpeted application. We can take this into a small warehouse, pallet chips, gravel, no problem. And then because of that filter and that vacuum system that we have on here, it's going to filter down your dust. So you're not going to basically kick that stuff up into the air. So there's a lot of these types of units, but I've heard, generally speaking, guys, maybe I don't want to look at one. I've seen one in the past and it just blows up, dust everywhere. Well, this is kind of a different ball game. So again, really, really quiet. And where we're positioning these, and obviously we've sold them, schools are our biggest market. You're trying to accomplish the most amount of vacuuming productivity as possible. So even a Smart Vac like this one's 24-inch cleaning path. I can do, 50,000 square feet in a charge. So it'll run for a couple of hours, 2.5 hours. And that's enough to do, 50,000 plus square feet, which is a lot of square footage. Some of the different specs here. So it comes with an AGM battery. Again, just one of those things, if it's something you've never seen, certainly we have a very high closing rate. Just anytime we demo one of these machines, people just love them and they're very, very quiet. And Greenwood, again, usually stocks them. So check that out. Again, if you have post-construction cleanup, maybe after this whole ordeal and you're reopening, this is something definitely to consider. So I do want to talk real quickly here on, let's see, window cleaning before they cut me off. So the hydro tube, and I've got a video to show you after this. So if you've ever got, if you're paying a contractor or a window cleaner, whatever it might be, thousands of dollars a year to have your windows cleaned, the hydro tube or the hydro cart is definitely something to look at. And it's basically pure water cleaning from the ground, and it uses a water fed pole. So we would just hook this filter up to your water source, your spigot, and it ultra filters the water. So we're not treating it. We're not, doing anything magic to the water. We're just removing all the impurities. So then when that pure water is coming out of the pole, you can clean your window with that, brush it, and it dries spot and streak free. So you don't have to go back and actually squeegee the window. So if you're cleaning 1 story, 2, 3 stories, no problem from the ground. You don't need a pump. And then again, if you're trying to accomplish, maybe 4 stories or higher, we do have available pumps. And same thing with the HydroCart. You can get a gas pump, battery, electric pump, or if you're running 2 poles. So if you want to position one of these in the middle of a section of a building and have a splitter and have 2 people do cleaning, you can accomplish that with a pump. And we have some of these newer models where you can actually clean 5 stories or 2 poles with no pump at all. So I would like to show you our new video here for that, so you can kind of see what I'm talking about.
Mark, we can't see the video.
Can't see the video. I bet you can now. You can see the water's coming out of that pole, water-fed pole, and that's just pure water. So we've removed all the impurities, the minerals. So it's not a pressure washer. It's just got enough to basically clean the window and remove all the residue and dirt from the window. That red brush is the standard. So you can see Pat is actually cleaning. I'll be building a pole up to 5 stories here. That's our president, so even our president can do it. And that's actually Tenant's new building. There you go. Solar panel cleaning, great application. And these were built right in Minnesota in our factory office right there, so nice advantage. There you go, fancy video. Let me show, I'm guessing that I screwed up earlier and didn't get you guys the, all right. Let me try to figure this out here. All right. So again, that's that picture of those interchangeable heads. I don't know if that came across earlier. So again, appreciate your time, guys. Anybody who wants to see a demonstration, we're out there. We're still towing trailers. We're trying to get whatever we can to help everybody out for reopening and just whatever everybody needs to get their building clean. So please feel free to give myself a call or one of your Greenwood reps. So thank you, guys.
We do have a question.
Oh, yeah, sure.
How long does the hydro tube last, or what is the use length?
So the hydro tube itself, the major components, I mean, can last, can last a lifetime. Your consumables are your filters. So you have the, unlike our competitor, I'll use Unger because they're an easy target. Unger uses single stage RO, deionized resin bags. They're heavy, they're expensive, and they only last a few 100 gallons as you're ripping through those resin bags. So if you've got bad water quality, I mean, you could go through a lot of money very quickly. So the reverse osmosis membrane, which is in the center of our hydro tubes and carts, you're talking hundreds of thousands of gallons. So if you've got well water, you're probably familiar with RO membranes. And then you have 2 other filters on each end. You have a carbon sediment and a DI filter. You're looking at 5,000 to 10,000 gallons to replace that as a set, which is about $50. So even if you're cleaning and every year you want to replace the filter set, it's $50. Our competition, you could be, $500, $600, $100 a year in upkeep costs. So you're getting more filtration, you're getting carbon sediment, RO, and DI, and you're talking thousands and thousands of gallons that you can pump through these before you need to replace your filters. And they're not expensive. There's other videos online. You can go on YouTube. You can just hand twist off the filters. It might take you a few minutes to replace them too. So it's nothing crazy.
Okay, up next, we're going to have Bill from Colonial Bag.
Hello, can everyone hear me?
Yes, you're good.
Excellent. My name is Bill Callahan. I am from Colonial Bag. We are a Chicago-based manufacturer of can liners, food bags, medical liners, and poly bags. We have partnered with Greenwood to come up with the best solution for your waste removal needs. So today, I just wanted to kind of go over the basics of can liners. Everyone thinks all can liners are the same, but in reality, there's many different types and choices. So I want to just highlight the basics, go over some featured items that you can find at Greenwood Cleaning Systems, and then I can field some questions at the end if there are any. So first of all, when choosing a trash bag, there are two main types of bags to choose from. You're looking at high density and low density. So I've got some samples here. First, you can hear it. It's crinkly. This is a high density bag. High density bags are very strong, and I recommend using them when you need to carry a lot of weight. So they are very strong. I'm a strong guy. I'm trying to poke through this. It's very hard. Where high density bags typically do not perform well is when there's sharp objects being put in the bag. They have a high puncture resistance, but once you put a hole, they tend to zipper apart at the hole. So when you're looking at choosing the correct bag, if you feel anything sharp is going into the container, you're probably going to want to go with a low density bag. You can hear it already. It's a lot softer. Low density resin is less prone to tears and punctures. So you can see I'm stretching out this 1 mil bag very far. So if you've got, anything with rigid or abrasive edges that you're worried about poking through the bag, you can see they are very resistant to punctures. And once they do puncture, they're not going to have the same zippering effect. They'll stretch, which is great. So for, you're going to ask yourself, am I throwing anything sharp out? If the answer is yes, you're going to want to choose a low density solution. If the answer is no, then you might want to go with the high density bag. Now I'd like to share my screen here, and we just want to kind of go over some of the unique items you can find at Greenwood. So the first item I want to highlight is a custom fit bag. Custom fit liners are designed to be simple to use and eliminate unwanted plastic. I don't know how many people are buying bags where you have to tie off the end, similar to what you see in this picture. All this bag highlighted here is extra and wasted material. That ponytail that you see tied off, that's extra material that you just do not need. So our custom fit program is designed to eliminate that ponytail so you don't have to spend time tying it off. And then you're not wasting money on extra bag material that you don't need to use.
Absolutely. Yeah.
The next item I want to highlight is our degrade away line. We're becoming more and more eco-conscious as a society. So Colonial Bag partnered with Greenwood Cleaning Systems and a company out of Ohio, which produces an additive called ECM biofilm, which essentially renders plastic bags biodegradable after 900 days. Now, 900 days is a long time, but that is so much faster than a traditional garbage bag. It would take, you know, 20 plus years and you probably still have a full garbage bag within a landfill. So we developed this technology which turns the bag into, after contact with bioorganisms in the soil, it converts a bag into carbon dioxide, water, and biomass, which is pretty cool. So we came up with this solution because, like I explained, as a society, you know, we want to reduce our carbon footprint and help contribute to a safer and healthier world moving forward. And in the biodegradable line, sorry, I want to go back to this. We do have these bags available in both high density and low density, as well as high-low blended. We have a high-low blended product line. So, you know, if you're throwing out sharp objects, there's a biodegradable bag that can work for you. If you're throwing out, you know, just paper for office use, you could probably go with a high-density bag. The next item that I would like to highlight with you, sorry, my Zoom meeting's kind of getting in the way of clicking the tabs, is our contractor bags. So these are 3 mil thick, durable bags. You can throw nails, pieces of wood, construction debris into these bags. They'll hold up to 150 pounds of weight, which is significant. We make them in a 42-gallon size, a 60-gallon size. So we make you know, the big metal drums, the 60-gallon size would fit into those. And if you had 42-gallon brutes sitting around, you would go with the 42-gallon bag. They come in a convenient dispenser case that you can see on the screen here. They are more, I mean, so these are terrific bags. If you're buying them from Menards, Lowe's, Home Depot, try, you know, reach out to your Greenwood sales rep. If it's Adam, Brian, Dave, if you're buying these bags currently, I'll send some samples to you so you can test them out. I think that's the best way to put them to the test. But with Colonial Bag and Greenwood, we're always looking to deliver terrific value to you. And these bags are really good. I use them all the time around the yard and the house. I just got a new house, so I've been doing a little bit of cleanup around there. We also do I'm going to switch back to me here. We also have a variety of color additives that we can put into a bag. Different colors on bags often denote different applications. So blue bags, recycling. We make red bags, which are designated for biohazardous waste. There are yellow bags, which indicate trace chemotherapy waste. So each bag is very specific to the application when it comes to medical liners and the blue recycling bags. But we can also add different colors. We make a purple bag, Greenwood Cleaning System and Colonial Bag. We came up with a purple bag to match the school colors of a particular school. So we can customize bags. We can even put printing on the bags if you want to really promote your brand and have it everywhere around your facility. So we are very flexible as far as coloring. And so that would get into a custom run. So, you know, in addition to all of the bags seen on the screen, and there's 78 lines here. So there are a ton of bags that Greenwood Cleaning System stocks for their customers. In addition to these liners, we also have very flexible and extensive custom capabilities within our manufacturing plant. So we can make bags for asbestos and restoration. We can make vented bags if you're looking at a packaging application, pallet wraps, box liners. We can make flat sealed bags. We can make liners on rolls, flat pack. So we can really cater our production capabilities to your needs. So even if it's not for a janitorial application, if you need bags to pack up products within your establishment, we can make a custom bag to fit your needs. So you would just reach out to your sales rep, and we would just collect the specifications that you're looking for, and then we could work all together to come up with a product that presents terrific value to you, fits the specs that you're looking for, and everyone is then satisfied, and you're not just limited to necessarily a set catalog. If it is something special that falls outside of here, we can always work together. Another thing I want to talk about is, Greenwood is terrific at providing the correct solutions to all of your waste needs. If you're unsure of what type of bag you're using, you can reach out to your Greenwood rep for what I would call a site survey, where they can coordinate with myself, and we can come into your facility, take a look at your current containers that you're using in totality, look at the entire business, and we can find a bag that fits those containers. We can discuss, some people want to consolidate their product line to less items. Less bags is good for some people. Some people want bags that fit their containers. So we can do a site survey, look to present value to you, so save you some money, and also give you a bag, the right bag, based on your waste needs. So we reviewed just the basics. The high-low bag is, the high-density bag is crinkly. It's not good if you're putting sharp objects in the container. Low-density bags, very stretchy, resistant to tears and punctures, so that's great if you are worried about the bags being punctured. We highlighted many of the various items that Greenwood and Colonial Bag have partnered to bring to the marketplace. In addition to these items, if you can always go on our website, colonialbag.com, if you were interested in exploring some of these flyers that I've shared on the screen today, or you can reach out to your Greenwood sales rep and I can provide them to you in PDF format. So right now, I just want to open up the floor to any questions if there are questions, and just say thank you for your time, and thank the Greenwood team for having Colonial Bag here today.
Give you a call if there are any issues or anything in that regard.
Okay, up next, we're going to have Matt, and he is representing Protein.
All right, can you guys hear me? Hope so.
Yes, we can hear you.
All right, thanks. So like Caroline said, Matt Landwehr from Mid-America Distributor Sales, going to talk about Protein today, as well as our Go Free 2 product that we launched. I know we put it on the website with some information regarding that. And we're just going to kind of walk through that. So give me a second here. I'll share my screen and we can get going. Right, so the Go Free 2, it is the sequel to our original Go Free here. We debuted it at ISSA last November. We really started to launch it kind of January and February, and then COVID hit, and now we're kind of trying to revitalize what we were doing with that. So It does have the same design, so you're still getting that triangle backpack that still has that same great harness, that flexing harness that allows you to have an articulating shoulder pad there. So it's very comfortable to wear, as well as 3 adjustable height options on it. There's 3 key differences that we did with this backpack. The first one, we put a new motor in it. So we put in a carbon brushless motor. So we're actually getting, was it 30% on high, more power, and 20% on low. That brings me to the next point of we actually put on a high-low power switch now. So it's no longer just on and off. We now have 2 settings, as well as the third is giving 2 different battery options. So going through that is, with your high switch, you're going for those heavy traffic areas, stuff where you're really picking up a lot. If it's an area where you guys clean a lot every day, you can run that battery on low to optimize your time. So with those batteries, you're getting a 6 amp or a 12 amp option. So the 12 amp option is what was in the old Go Free. That is backwards compatible. So if you do have a current Go Free system and you just want to upgrade and get a newer battery, you can do that. You can pull that battery out and put it in a new one, so they're completely forward and backward compatible. Your big differences on those is runtime and weight. So the 6 amp is going to be about 2 pounds lighter, but we also have about half the runtime. So runtime on the 6 amp is going to be 35 minutes on high, 50 on low. Your 12 amp is going to run you 73 minutes on high, 101 on low. So that 73 minutes is where we were at before, except we've got a little bit more static lift now. So a little bit better motor from that. Play this video for you guys. All right, so as you guys saw in that video, not having a cord, we can eliminate tripping hazards. It's going to be 30% faster. Kind of go over the labor savings here on this slide. So what this is research we did per 100,000 square feet that we're vacuuming. And this is all off of the ISSA standards that are set for what you can do with an upright versus a corded backpack versus a cordless backpack. So when we're talking savings, a big part of that is the labor savings, that is a huge majority of expense for a lot of different companies. So when we broke this down, how long it takes a corded upright going all the way to our Go Free system, is we can save on average a year $87,000 just based off that labor savings. So huge numbers, great savings there. As well as I can send out to Brian and Adam to that labor savings calculator. So if you guys ever had questions on how that actually works, and you can actually calculate that out for you. So really just to kind of review this, we're boosting productivity. We're going to improve the safety by not having tripping hazards. We've made it actually lighter. So the new one is 1.5 pounds lighter than the old system, even with that 12 amp battery. And we're all the way down to 15.5 pounds with that 6 amp. So when we're choosing which option you want to go with, either that being the 6 amp or the 12 amp, we really ask one question: what do your employees value more? Do you want more runtime? It's going to weigh a little bit more, but some people don't notice that weight difference. Or are you looking at, we really do mind that weight difference? So that 6 amp is going to be that better option. Maybe we just got to buy an extra battery or two. And we do have customers who are doing that. We do have that high low switch on the backpack unit now. So it gives you the ability to switch that back and forth for a high traffic area. You can turn it on high, increase your airflow a little bit, and we can get a little bit more static lift out of that. Or if it's a common area that you guys really hit a lot of, you can run that on low. We did testing down in Texas at a telemarketer corporate building when we were starting this. And, if you can imagine, one of those places, it was probably 500 yards long, all cubicles, pretty much no outlets. So the building service contractor who was running that, they ran it on low the entire time, said they didn't have a problem, and they saw huge improvements in their cleaning. So going into the filtration system on these Go-Free units, we have a 4-level filtration system that is backed by the American Lung Association. So we've been a proud partner since 2007 with the American Lung Association. How that system works is we have our Intercept microfilter. So that bag that you guys typically see, that's the one that you can dispose of. We kind of have a rule with that. If you want to dump it out and put it back in for about once a week, do that. End of the week, throw it away, and then replace it is kind of what we like to say. With the microfiber or microcloth filter into that, that's a good Friday rule. You can wash that out, clean that out, hang it up on Friday, throw it back in your machine on Monday. You're going to be good to go. Just make sure it's 100% dry so no water gets into that motor. Number 3 is that dome filter. That's one, it's a foam filter piece. You're really not going to look at changing that too often. We say check it about every 6 months. If it's starting to look like it's wearing down, go ahead and order a new one. And then the last set of filters is those HEPA filters on the exhaust ports. Those we suggest checking every 6 to 12 months. When you start seeing that black on there, time to pull those out and start changing those. So ProTeam's message right now with cleaning for health is the same message we've been going for the last 30 years. Is we know when our vacuums are running, we are pulling the dust and particles out of the air, because the air is 2 to 5 times more polluted indoors than it is outdoors. So we need to try to keep as much of that air clean as we can. So when you're running our filters, you're getting that out of your vacuum. We're able to pull in those allergens, those pollens. Especially now with allergies, anyone who's deal with that, really get those out of the air. Just those general stats again, and I can send these out or have Brian. Like all of our ProTeam items, it does come with a 3-year warranty, and that includes the harnesses and switches as well. So in case something happens to one of those wearable parts, we can turn that in for warranty and get you fixed up pretty quick. In regards to the warranties on the batteries, it's a 1 year on the 6 amp, a 2-year on the 12 amp. Essentially what's happening is you get half the cells in the 6 amp, half the warranty. So that's just how that works. The batteries are going to be good for about 850 charge cycles for the 12 amp, 500 for the 6 amp. So if you were to take it down every day, bring it back up, it's going to last you about 2.5 years on the 12 amp, maybe about 1.5 years on the 6 amp. So plenty of life in these batteries. They're made by LG. They really are amazing batteries, and they do stand the test of time here. So just kind of wrapping it up, guys, huge labor savings, great productivity. We're eliminating those safety hazards, and just really imagine where you will go free. All right, so that is really what I wanted to talk about, is that new Go-Free launch. Right now, if you're looking at getting a wet dry, those are a little bit of back orders. So if you are looking at those, we're planning on getting those back in mid-July. So those are the updates.
Okay, we do have a question. Somebody asks, what is the difference in power from a corded to battery and with the new motor?
So with the corded unit, we have about 157 CFM. With the Go free unit, we're running, I think, about 78, 79 CFM. So there is a big difference. A battery unit just is not as strong as a corded unit. We know that. Depending on situations, if you've got heavily soiled areas and you really like that corded unit, it's a great option. The CFM on that is bar none. So, really it'd be one of those, maybe bring me out. We can come talk about it, kind of see what's going on and see which better system would work for you.
Okay, now we're going to go back to Brian.
Hello. Cool. All right, so we're running a little bit short on time, so I'm going to be doing the last presentation, which is going to be Tenant, and then we are not going to be able to get to Fresh Products and Mats Inc. So if you have any interest in logo matting or anything to do with the Fresh line, which is our urinal screens, our bowl clips, that sort of thing, obviously email Adam or myself, and we'll be happy to get you that information. So we're going to go to Tenant, which I'm actually going to take the camera outside so we can go over the IMOP, which is going to be the thing that we're highlighting today. And before I go, just letting you guys know, customer-wise, the 5% discount on your normal items, such as your paper, your chemical, can liners, that sort of thing, the 5% discount is only good for today, so make sure that you do get your orders in before 4 p.m. So email Adam or myself, email Luke or Caroline up front, or you can give me a call, shoot us a text, but just make sure you get those orders in before 4. So we're going to take the camera out into the hallway, and we will go over the Tenant IMOP. Oh, this way. I put it. Get a little closer. Out in the long hallway. So. All right, just trying to get set up here. So, Tenant IMOP, this has been probably one of our more popular machines, just that it kind of fits a lot of different areas within your guys' facility. So it's small and compact, but it does have the same amount of down pressure as a standard 20-inch walk behind. So you're not losing or sacrificing any cleaning power by going to this unit and something smaller. So it's got a 1.5 gallon clean water tank, 2-gallon recovery. A lot of people think that's not a very big tank, but you can get upwards of about 20,000 square feet on one clean tank of chemical. So I just kind of wanted to walk through the machine, kind of show you guys how it's used. I know a lot of times when you see it in a PDF or anything like that, it doesn't do as much justice as actually seeing it, running it, seeing how it maneuvers in tight spaces. So everything on this machine is tools free, which makes it very nice and easy to maintain. So our squeegees, we can actually just pop on and off right here. Pops on and off. We can take it apart. Again, makes it easy for cleanup, taking it underneath my sink, rinsing it out, then connecting it back, and then just popping it right back onto the machine. Brushes, they pop on and off as well, so very easy to take off after use, clean. And then also, get a little closer, you can see that we actually have an indicator brush on here as well. So if you have these, once those blue bristles get down to the yellow, you'll know that it's time to change your pads. So makes it very easy putting these pads on and off. It is a lithium-ion battery, so it comes with 2 batteries that actually just pop on and off. Is that green or gray? Gray. Gray. So we have a gray and we have a blue, and they actually are color coordinated on the machine, so you can't actually put the gray battery on the blue side. If you try, it just won't fit. So it's color coordinated, makes it easy, and all they do here is we snap these in and they'll lock in place. All right, clean water tank pops off right on the back, very easy. Can fill it up in most any sink. And same thing with our dirty water. It pops right off and we're able to use it, just go dump it out, clean it out, rinse it out for easy maintenance. So one of the added features that they added to this IMOP, which I think is a very sweet feature, is they allowed for a lot of times when people use this machine, there's 4 buttons on top for the 4 different settings. And a lot of times customers who have them, they'll put it away and they'll forget to turn the battery to off, which then essentially drains your lithium ion batteries down. So then when you go to use it, it's actually dead. So what they did was they have changed this now. So this machine, if it's on, you have to have the scrub deck down. So you guys should hear the beep. So now my machine is on, but when I store it away, the moment that I lift this up and lock it into place, it shuts my unit down. So that is going to save the life of your battery, which makes it very nice. So that, again, you're not just draining your batteries over and over, as your staff may forget to turn it to the off position. So, you know, just kind of going over the machine, I really just wanted to show kind of the versatility of it. I know it's hard to see being on the screen here, but we have 4 different settings. It's very easy to use. You just turn the knob to whichever of the 4 settings that you're looking for. So we've got water and brush. We've got brush only. We've got brush and vacuum. And then our most common that we're going to use is brush water vacuum. So just like a standard automatic scrubber. So you can use water brush for a double scrub. You can use brush only once the solution is down so that you can get some extra agitation. We've got brush and vacuum. So if you have spill recovery, obviously not having to go to the closet, fill up a mop and bucket, pull it out, clean it, take your mop and bucket back and put a wet floor sign. You're actually just going to take this over, clean up the spill response, and then you won't actually have a wet floor to have to put a sign down. So, but again, most common is going to be your brush water vacuum. And then we also do have an eco mode. So if you have floors that may be sensitive to large amounts of water, there is a button you can press to actually reduce the amount of water that is put down on your floor. So again, that's going to allow you to just use a little bit less water, a little bit less chemical, and also protect your floor if you have that. So also we have 2 battery indicators, which give you a left and a right battery to show you. And when it gets down to the bottom, it'll show a red circle, which means you have about 5 to 10 minutes left of cleaning. You can get about 75 minutes of continuous runtime on these batteries. So I always tell customers, do not let the batteries run completely dead, because you're going to have about a 3 to 4 hour charge cycle. If you let them run down to the red when they have 5 to 10 minutes left, and then you throw them on the charger, it's only about an hour of charge. So you save yourself a lot of time and hassle not having to wait for those batteries to charge up if you throw them on once it gets to that really low red meter. So in terms of the using of the machine, it's just got a handle right here. It makes it very simple. I don't know if you could pull the camera back a little bit just so they can see the whole machine. So I put a little bit of water in here just to kind of give you guys an idea of how easy this is to run. Again, it's not self-propelled, but it will move with just a slight push. And the one thing I like about this machine is the 360 rotation. When I get the water, I can flip, I can pull it back. Very easy to do. My handle can go down. I do it with the top urinal. If I do have a tight space, and I can flip, and I can stop as I put it back. So I'm going over the countertop. I'm going underneath countertops and I am unable to take a clean path directly at it. I can actually go straight in, flip the head around, and then pull it back. So it is a very versatile piece that allows you to use it. I think like school lunchrooms, you know, get it in between all of the different tables, get it in restrooms at schools. It's great for dentist's office, doctor's offices that might have tile floor in their office room. So just has a lot of different uses, and it's very compact and can help again remove that mop and bucket where you guys are going to be, you know, spreading that soil, you know, back and forth. So great little piece. Like I said, been a very popular piece in our line up to this point. So if you have any questions on this machine, please let me know. If you want to set up any demos, either with the Tennant iMop, or obviously we had IPC, we've had Betco, we've had ProTeam, a lot of different equipment here that we can take a look at. So please make sure to get in touch with Adam, myself, or Dave. We can set up demos on that. Also the same with our other vendors as well. Looking to, if you want to see samples of things, Adam and I are more than happy to come out and present those to you. So again, I want to thank you guys for taking the time here these last couple hours to join our virtual show. obviously a little bit different than in years past, but we appreciate you guys being willing to adapt and make sure that we're still able to put out a quality product for you guys. So for those that were not able to watch, we will have this set up onto our, is it on our website? So we'll have this live on our website next week so that you can go back, you can watch any of the presentations, or if you want to show this to anyone that was unable to attend, it will be live on our website next week. So again, thank you guys. Look forward to hearing from you guys. And again, get those orders in before 4 p.m. to take advantage of that 5%. So thank you again.